I don't know if I can film this or not, but I'm fixing. I've been fixing my sewing machine because I use shredder oil on it. You never use shredder oil on a sewing machine. And I told myself before I do my next sewing project that I would run some more WD-40. Okay, remove the bobbin case. Okay. Alright. Snap the 2 hook retaining arms outward. Okay. And remove the hook race cover. I really should be wearing my glasses here. Number 4, that's this right here. I'm hoping I can do this without injuring myself. I'm wearing a tinfoil hat because Lizzo's brain control has been horrible. Oh my God, it's like it's stuck in here. The hook race cover. Let me go get something to help me with this. She's making me very accident prone, and I think she's also using satellite technology to enhance it. Hook race cover. I don't recall it being like this. Usually it comes out a lot easier, so she might have done something to my sewing machine. Usually comes out really easy. She's so evil, man, that Lizzo. I think I need a screwdriver. Oops, there it goes. Okay, the hook race cover. Okay, everything came out. Yeah, because what I want to do is put in some more WD-40 in here. Okay, the hook race cover. And clean with a soft cloth. Okay, lubricate at 0.6. Okay, make sure that's this. Turn the hand wheel until the needle is fully raised. Okay. Needle's fully raised. Okay. Open the hinged front cover. Okay. I'm not gonna clean this upper part. I just want to get WD-40 in here. Okay. Remove the bobbin case. Okay, lubricate at 0.6. Right there, I want to put in some WD-40. Okay. There we go. Alright, that's good. Alright, WD-40. Okay. Turn the hand wheel until the hook race. You know what? I'm going to take... Oh, it's okay. I'm just kind of swished around. Okay. Replace the hook as in the left position. Okay, let's go ahead and move it over to the left position. Okay. Needle needs to be at this position. I put some notes in here when inserting 5 and 4. Usually whenever I do this, I have such a hard time. Yeah. Okay. Alright, needle needs to be... Okay, needle needs to be... Until the needle is fully raised. Okay. Alright, now let's go ahead and replace hook number 5. It's gonna go... This is so tricky. I hate having to do this, but I've got to do it because my machine is just... Okay. I think it goes like that. Yeah, let me see. Okay, and then replace the hook race cover. That goes like this. Oh, wow. There's some stuff in here. Find out. Because if the machine doesn't work, then I don't have it in there right. I'm gonna have to, I've got to get some WD-40 in here. Let's see if I'm able to pull the bobbin up. It looks like I'm in business. I'll know when I try to sew. Okay. Wait a minute. I'll know when I try to sew if I'm in business. Okay, let's see if I can sew. If I can't sew, then I gotta go back in there and fix it. You say, you're gonna get WD-40 all over your fabric. Yes, I know. Unfortunately, that's what I have to do to fix this machine. Because I put the wrong kind of, okay, I got this. Let me make sure it's set on straight stitch. E, nope, I don't want it on E, I want it on. Wait a minute. I don't sew that often. Actually, yeah, put it on A. Let's go this way. I love this machine. I don't like those. You know what? I think I got it on the wrong one. Let's go. I get it. Let's set it on straight stitch. I'm going to make this like a part of a series showing you how I make a pair of shorts. I'm actually wearing a pair of shorts that I made with this machine. I love this machine. Okay. Turn the straight to the pointer set to the straight. Okay. Let me see. I think I'm on the right one. A, yep, okay. Okay, let's see. This is the straight stitch selection. Let's see what goes. Let's see if it works. Oh my God, I did it. Let me see if this, let me see. I can't believe it. I did it. Did I do it? Did I really do it? Is my machine working? Yay, I fixed it. I have to put WD-40 in there, you know. Let me make sure, though. This seems too good to be true. I usually have problems. Wow, I did it. Okay, my machine's working. I bought this Singer in 2004. I had to put a little bit more WD-40 in there. It looks like I did it. Okay, let me go ahead and get ready to sew now. I'm going to let you watch me make a pair of shorts. The first thing you want to do is prepare the fabric. I've already pre-shrunk it. I washed it and dried it. And I'm doing, this is a woven fabric. What I'm doing right now is pulling threads to straighten woven fabric. So you clip one selvage and gently pull one or two crosswise threads. Then you pull the fabric along the threads with your other hand until you reach the opposite selvage. Then you cut the fabric along the pulled thread. Basically, let me see if I can get this here. I'll show you what I'm doing. Have you ever noticed when you buy something at the store that a lot of times after you wash the garment a couple times it kind of falls uneven? It's because when they sewed the fabric they skipped this step, okay? And it's not really good. I'll show you. It means that the grains, like the grains have not been prepared ahead of time. They just took a shortcut and didn't do it, which means that when the fabric falls, it falls at like it doesn't fall straight. See? You see what I'm doing here? I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. Okay? So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be pulling the thread all the way to the, this is at one selvage. This is what you do with woven fabric, which is my favorite walking shorts fabric. This fabric is actually almost 10 years old. And what you're going to do is pull the thread until you figure out where, it looks like I already did the selvage, but I just want to make sure so that when I sew this, that the final garment will fall evenly. Everything that I sew, because I go to the trouble to do this, Let me see if I can show you what happens when you don't do this. Let me see if I've got something that'll give you an illustration of that. Here's an illustration, okay? Here's a shirt that was store made, okay? Now here are the, when I hold it up like this, look how it's falling. See how the seam, see how uneven it is down there? It's not, it's, what's happened is when they sewed this garment, they didn't go to the trouble to make sure that they were sewing along the grain properly. So now when it falls uneven and it looks, I mean, you know, you might say, why did the clothing manufacturer, well, I guess they figure everybody plans on buying a new outfit every couple of years, but I try to sew my clothes to last. See what it's doing there? That's what happens when you sew something and you don't pay attention to this, okay? Yeah, you want to cut your fabric pieces so that they fall with the line, okay? So that way they'll fall right. They won't warp like that. That's the whole purpose for doing that. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but anyways, I'm going to go ahead and pull the selvage all the way to the other end, then I'll let you look at it when I'm done. Okay, it looks like I already did this. This is the same fabric that I used to make another pair of pants. But as you can see, this is the line. So you want to cut it here and make sure that when you cut out your pattern pieces that this is the line you go by. I'll show you when I get, what did I do with it? Just had it here. Oh, here it is. So I'm pulling this string to determine where the grain is falling. And then I'm just going like this, and I'm going to do this all the way. Sometimes the string will break and I have to start it on the other end, but yeah, look, this is this is high quality fabric. I know because I made a pair, oops, see, it broke. And it was sometimes what I will do when this happens, when it breaks, I'll just go ahead and start cutting it this way and go forward like this. See, this way I know where the edge should be. When I start, I've got enough fabric here to make me a pair of shorts. Then I just pull another string and continue, you see? And you just, it looks like I already straightened the fabric, okay? It's going right along it's on the grain, okay? But I just like to make sure, because to me it's a shame to spend all this time on a sewing project and then have your final product look kind of shabby because after you wash it a couple times it falls unevenly. It falls like at a diagonal like what I showed you. So I try to determine, it looks like I already prepared this fabric. But a lot of times when you buy some fabric at the fabric store, they have to cut it really quick. They can't pay attention to this stuff, so you got to do it yourself, just to make sure that your clothes hang straight. They don't hang at an angle because you cut the fabric, wrong ways against the grain. See how it's going? It looks like I did a pretty good job with this. So I already have my grain established here. I can tell. See, look at that. Okay, so I'm going to do this till I get all the way to the other end. Everything that I sew falls evenly because I go to the trouble to do this. It's a little time consuming, it's an extra step, but this is part of quality workmanship, okay? The clothes that I make last a long time. I make quality clothes. The clothes I make last a long time. And usually if they start falling apart, it's because the fabric might have been a little cheap. This is fabric that I bought when I worked at Walmart around 2005, and it's high quality. The pair of shorts that I'm wearing right now, I actually sewed. So I'm going to be doing this all the way. It looks like it's already even. I can tell. This is great. So yeah, then I can cut my pattern pieces and start sewing my shorts. My favorite shorts are the ones I make myself, though I did buy a pair of very expensive shorts, which I think are going to last me a while, but I don't like walking the walking shorts that I've seen at sporting goods stores. They don't cover my leg enough. I mean, I don't want to get sunburn on my thighs. I like the material to go down. And what I like about this pattern is that the shorts open wide towards the bottom, and they let a lot of air in. Okay, let's kind of go. Sometimes what I will do, though, to speed it up, because I think what I'm going to do is I'll just go ahead and cut. Yeah, let's go ahead and cut going down this way. See, this is where I want to make sure I'm cutting, that I've got the grain right, that I'm cutting with the grain when I cut my fabric pieces. Okay, so this is good. Okay, so we're about halfway there. There we go. Here's another string that I can pull, and I just want to make sure that I'm going. All right. I usually use a tweezers like this. With some fabrics, it can be a bit challenging, but this one is working pretty good. And then I just kind of go like that. It looks like I already prepped this fabric for earlier, and it's still good. Ah, broke. It does look like it. Let's go a little bit in here. Okay. Let's try this one. Maybe this will be a stronger thread. As soon as I get to the other end. Okay, let me go ahead and turn. You see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to keep doing this. Okay, here we are. We made it to the other end. You see, all the way down there. So let's just go ahead and cut it. This way the fabric is on the grain. Looks like it was already ready. I must have prepped this years ago and I just forgot. But I wanted to make sure that it was okay. Oops. Let's go ahead and fix that. Okay. Now what this means is when I cut the fabric, I'm going to be folding it right along this, just like this. Yeah, let me go ahead and put it over there on, I'm using my bed. I have the cutting board on my bed because I live in a studio. And I'll show you now how you cut the fabric pieces. All right. I am not going to be able to show you all how to make a pair of shorts with one video, okay? But I had to redo it because okay, the fold is down here. I've got this pattern piece down. The grain lines are even. I made sure I did that. So these pieces are pinned down, and now I'm ready to cut. Now as I cut, for the darts, I usually do little chips in like that, and like I get my marking pencils and put the marks in at the appropriate spot as I cut, and then I'm going to move this and cut another pocket, because here's the layout that I'm following. It's right there, you see? Okay? And then I'll have all my pattern pieces ready. I'll have to do the sewing tomorrow because it's running late. I'm just going to get the pieces cut today. I'm storing the fabric pieces right over there, and I'm going to have to put everything away and yeah, and sew tomorrow because it's late. Yes, I did other things today, and I goofed when I showed it to you. It's kind of hard to film and sew at the same time because I have to concentrate. But anyways, basically you follow the instructions on how to cut the pattern pieces. It comes with your pattern, and the only thing they don't teach you is you should prepare your fabric beforehand. Wash it, dry it, or basically whatever you would normally do to wash it if it was an outfit. That's what you do with the fabric. You wash it, and then you cut the pattern pieces according to the directions. Let me go ahead and put everything away, and I will continue making. I might be able to get it sewn tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see.